Hey guys, how you doing? Just wanted to do a quick Bible study with you. I wanted to do it outside today because it's just so nice out here, and I just wanted to share something interesting with you guys. So I'm reading from a devotional, and this is Paul giving credit to the people that helped him. Romans chapter 16 verse 4. Who have for my life laid down their own necks, unto whom not only I give thanks, but also all the churches of the Gentiles. Scores of books have been written about the life of Paul. He was a church planter, writer, tent maker, prisoner, missionary, preacher, and a host of other things. Yet in the midst of all that he was and all that he did, he thought of others. In most of his epistles, Paul would open and close with greetings of regard for those who served him within ministry. He was thankful for his fellow laborers in Christ. We should get in the habit of deflecting praise. All that we are investments of others. There are no self-made men. We have all been influenced and molded by parents, friends, teachers, pastors, and authorities. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 27 says, withhold not good from them to whom it is due. Encouragement is a gift everyone can afford to give. Okay, so now I want to share something that I wrote down in my journal. This is going to be kind of funny, but also serious at the same time. So I wrote down, encouragement is a gift everyone can afford to give. That statement is what I found in the devotional titled Characters. It was talking about Paul giving credit to the people that helped him. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone could be encouraging instead of judgmental? I just spelled judgmental wrong, LOL, but instead of being harsh on myself, I corrected it. See, there is a way to correct people nicely. I'm not even joking. Like, when I wrote that down, it's like I know how to spell judgmental, but then at that moment, it's like I just couldn't think of how to spell it at that moment. So it was just one of those blonde moments or goofed up moments. So I was just kind of laughing at it and not really making a big deal about it. But yeah, like I think that's something we could all learn from. You know, when we make a little mistake, instead of being harsh on ourselves, we could just simply correct it and just be honest with the fact that we made a mistake and didn't mean to. Now, what I've noticed with a lot of people sometimes is they try to cover up their mistakes. They try to make it seem like they never do anything wrong. They make a mistake, and like when I misspelled that word at first, I was going to mark it out and just rewrite it. But then I decided, no, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And then, so when I misspelled that word, I thought, well, I'll just mark it out and rewrite it. But I decided to leave it the way it was because I just thought that'd be kind of a funny thing to write down. Like, oh, like, oops, I made a mistake. But you know, with some mistakes that people make, it's like there's some mistakes a person makes that they can't laugh at because some mistakes are more serious than others. So, for example, you hear stories of people getting into car accidents and accidentally killing someone. That's not something you can just say, oops, I made a mistake, I'll try to do better next time. Like, no, that's a very serious mistake because, like, you literally took someone's life away. And you didn't just hurt them, but you hurt other people too. And it's so sad and so disheartening when people share stories like this. It's like there's some people that don't feel guilt for the mistakes that they make. And then there's some people that can't stop feeling guilty for anything they've ever done. It's like they just lay in bed all night thinking, what did I do to deserve this guilt and pain? It's like, why couldn't I have just been smarter about it? And it's like, it doesn't help when you have people that constantly make you feel bad. They're like, why did you do that? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so stupid? And it's like, yeah, that's going to make them feel better, isn't it? But this is one reason why I believe Jesus teaches us to forgive people. Because there are some people that genuinely feel bad for the things that they have done, and they have tried to make things right, but they can't. Because some people just won't let them make things right. They won't let them live their life and be happy because of the mistakes they made in their past. And I just don't think we should be doing that. It's like, yes, it hurts when someone you love dies, especially. I mean, who wouldn't be upset about that? But to sit there and give someone crap and try to hurt them and get back at them for something that they didn't do on purpose, and they're feeling bad about it and wishing they could change it. It's like our job as Christians should be encouraging them and telling them that they can have a new life in Christ and they don't have to live with that guilt forever. And, they're gonna, just help them. Instead of judging them, just help them. So it's definitely a complicated world that we live in. I mean, there's people out there that make me feel so horrible just for little tiny mistakes that I make that ain't even that big of a deal. I mean, there's been times when people would be so harsh on me, and they would say, "What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?" Like, then they'd sit there and laugh at me, and the mistake that I made wasn't even bad. Like, it was just a little mistake that no one even cares about, but they would sit there and be making such a big deal about it. And yet there's people out there that are going through way worse. And it's like, some people today just have no manners, no respect. And that's one of the reasons I struggle with anger sometimes. Because if it's one thing I can't stand, it's when people just sit there and nag at me all the time and try to make it seem like I can't do anything right. It's like every little mistake that I make, even if it's nothing serious, they just want to put it on display and make it sound like, you're such a horrible person for doing this. And it's like, what in the world did I do? What, made a little mistake like everyone else does? I don't know. I just think that people need to work on their manners, and they need to learn to be more patient with each other instead of always trying to make people feel bad for everything. So, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have a great day, and I'll see you next time.